spinning wheel. The room in the castle tower was in darkness, except for a shaft of sunlight coming through a window high up in the wall. It highlighted a large four-poster bed, its once rich draperies covered in cobwebs and dust. On the bed lay a young woman asleep. She was wearing a diamond tiara over her long golden hair, and her magnificently embroidered dress seemed amazingly untouched by the ruin and decay all around.
My beautiful princess.
Ah! Yuck! Get him off me! He smells like a sewer!
That wasn't in my script.
Does she have to get so personal?
Poor Prince Charming. He looks so handsome too.
I wonder how many times this scene will have to be shot.
Cut! Caress, sweetheart! This is a love story, not a comedy. Can we just stick to the script?
Well, sweetheart, I can't say I noticed in the script how Prince Charming pigs out on garlic before coming to the rescue.
I sure am sorry, Miss Diamante, ma'am. It must have been the guacamole I had at lunch.
It's Diamante! Like in French. I'm an artiste. How can I work with a hunk who smells like a Mexican diner?
Caress, sweetheart.
Don't sweetheart me! Get that idiot off the set and on a train back to Hitsville where he belongs. I'll be in my trailer calling my therapist when you're ready.
Is that it, Mr. Liebstein? Am I fired?
Afraid so, pal. You're the third Prince Charming I've had to send packing this week. Jerry!
Yes, Mr. Liebstein, sir. What do we do now?
Call Central Casting and get a replacement. And everybody else, take 10 minutes.
Wow, I never thought being on a film set would be so exciting.
What do you mean exciting? I never thought being in a Hollywood movie would be so boring. Some prize this is. All those mega wheaty crispy puffs I had to eat. Makes me sick just thinking about it.
Well, I collected the tokens, all 50 of them, and sent off the entry form, and I wrote the tiebreaker.
You two, okay?
Oh yes, fine, thanks.
I'm afraid there'll be a bit of a delay while Miss Diamante simmers down, but after that we're going to go ahead and shoot your scene. Are you sure you know your lines?
Of course we do. I shout, "It's the wicked fairy, Caraboss," and look frightened.
And I say, she's coming, and run away and hide.
Well, at least you two won't let me down. And your costumes look great. Very, peasanty.
Smocks. I just hope nobody from school ever sees this film. We'll never live it down.
Yes, it is hard to look cool in a smock.
Right. Okay, everybody back on set now. We're rehearsing the bit with the three good fairies and Caraboss, the evil one. As you probably know, we had to change the story a bit. We've lost the christening scene. Miss Diamante is playing herself as a 16-year-old girl instead.
Like I said, I ain't sharing my billing with no baby.
This is our big moment. It's the wicked fairy, Caraboss!
She's coming!
All right, where is Caraboss?
Yes, where is the great new talent? Sleeping it off in her trailer, I shouldn't wonder.
Okay. Jerry, go find Vivian.
Right away, sir, right away.
Hope she's all right. Let's go with Jerry.
Good idea.
Hi. Vivian. Oh, are you okay? Don't you know you should be on set?
I'm so sorry. I'm not feeling very well. I had a cup of coffee after lunch and I felt dizzy and I don't remember anymore.
You sure it was the coffee, honey? And not what you was taking it for?
What?
Making movies is a tough profession. It wouldn't be the first time a newcomer has hit the bottle.
Oh, I'm not drunk.
You just take it easy. Don't take any notice of her.
Well, she looks pickled to me. Far gone.
All right, enough. I may as well wrap this up for today. Now, Vivian, everyone's entitled to make one mistake, but you pull another stunt like this, and you're out. Talent or no talent, okay?
Okay.
You know, Jamie, it wouldn't surprise me if Caress knew more about this than she was letting on. Did you see the way she looked at Vivian yesterday, when Mr. Liebstone was praising her?
Maybe she slipped something into Vivian's coffee. I wouldn't put it past her.
I think we better keep a close eye on Viv from now on, just to make sure nothing else happens to her. Hi, Viv.
Oh, hello, you two. Come in. What brings you here so bright and early?
We just popped in to see if you're all right.
After your bad turn yesterday.
Oh, gee, that's kind of you. I'm okay. Jerry took me home, and I went straight to bed. I'm feeling fine today.
You don't mind if we stick around, do you?
Of course not. Feel free. Why don't you sit here?
Thanks. Mind if I try some of your makeup?
Sure. Go ahead. It's in the bag on the dressing table.
Brill, thank you.
Package for you, ma'am.
Oh, why, thank you. Oh, hey, what's this? Oh, here's a card.
What's it say?
From an admirer. Oh, wow. Look at this. A little spinning wheel.
Don't touch it.
Ow!
Too late.
Oh, something pricked my finger. Oh.
Quick, Jamie. We have to help her get up.
Right. Come on. Someone's coming.
Reckon this is the right one, Jake.
Yeah.
Don't like the sound of this.
Neither do I. Quick, let's hide in this laundry basket.
They're coming in here.
Keep really still.
Oh no, laundrymen. Look, Forest Laundry. It's written on their overalls.
There she is. Put her in this empty basket.
Sure thing, boss. Oh.
We better take the other basket, too. Don't want anyone getting suspicious.
Oh, definitely.
I've still got Viv's lipstick. I'll write a note on a bit of sheet and drop it out. There.
What have you put?
Forest Laundry kidnap. Should do the trick. Where do you think they're taking us?
Guess we'll find out soon enough.
Sounds like they've taken away the one with Viv in it.
Let's get out of here.
No one about.
Come on, it's some great big house. Let's go and have a look. No, I don't like the sound of this. Perfect Peace Sanatorium.
Sinister. Creepy.
Probably full of people in white coats. We'd better find out what's happened to Viv.
It's Caress. Hide behind the door.
Put her there.
Right, miss.
That's brilliant. When little Miss Scene Stealer doesn't show up on the set this morning, she'll be fired. After that, no studio in Hollywood will touch her.
Seems a bit of a shame. She looks real pretty lying there. You sure you want to go through with this, Miss Diamante?
It's Diamante. And before you start getting sentimental, just remember I'm paying you $1,000 each for a few hours' work. All you have to do now is wait till this evening, then dump her somewhere out of town before she wakes. Oh, I can't wait to hear her trying to explain where she was to that fool Liebstein tomorrow. Now, boys, just remember, I want this thing done right.
Sure thing, boss.
Yeah, absolutely.
Come on, we've got to try and wake up Viv before she loses her job.
Vivian? It's no good. She's dead to the world.
There's a tap here. Try this.
Maybe if I splash some on her face.
It's hopeless. She's never going to come round. What are we going to do?
I hear voices!
Are you sure, ma'am?
Of course I'm sure. Ah, I was right. I thought I heard somebody. Grab them!
Oh, I don't know about that, Miss Diamante. It seems like things are kind of getting out of hand.
Definitely.
I'm paying you, aren't I? I give the orders.
I wouldn't be so sure about that, sweetheart.
Mr. Liebstein!
Oh, thank goodness you're here. These men kidnapped us. They're trying to sabotage the picture.
Vivian! What have you done to her, you scum?
Oh, nothing that won't wear off quite soon.
Wake up, darling. You're safe now.
Jerry, where am I? What happened? And what are all these people doing here?
It's a long story.
Did you find my note?
Jerry did. We checked out the forest laundry route and figured this was the most likely place to find you. And you can cut that out, sweetheart. Save it for the judge.
What do you mean?
The postboy told me you gave him that parcel for Vivian. And kidnapping's still against the law in this state, sweetheart.
Will she really go to jail?
Yeah, probably not. She'll hire the best lawyer in town, but she'll never work in this business again.
Well, how are we going to finish the film without a Sleeping Beauty? And we still have to find a replacement Prince Charming. Our time on set's running out.
Well, why can't Vivian play the Sleeping Beauty as well as Carabosse?
Yes. No one can recognise her in that wicked fairy makeup. And she's got enough talent to play 2 parts.
You know, I really think you might have something there. It would be a brilliant new interpretation. I could just see the Oscars piling up, and Jerry can play Prince Charming.
Now, wait a minute. I hired his assistant director at D-Boy. Look, I've got the T-shirt to prove it. I wasn't hired as an actor.
But I happen to know you went to acting classes, and you only took this job because you couldn't get work as an actor. And what's more, as you already know all the lines, and you're in love with the leading lady, you should be a natural.
Well, okay, you win.
Oh, Jerry.
As for you two, it looks like you've saved my picture. Is there anything I can do to show my gratitude?
Well, there is just one thing.
You name it, kid. Bigger parts, maybe?
It's our costumes.
Huh? What about your costumes?
We don't want our friends at school seeing us in those peasanty smock things. They'll laugh at us.
We'd like to look cool.
Don't worry, you will. I'll see to that. Now, Vivian, Jerry, save the kissing for the set. We got a movie to finish.
Yes, Mr. Liebstein.
Can't wait to tell our friends about our trip to Gigantic Studios.
Yeah, they'll be impressed.
Maybe it was worth eating all those mega Wheaties after all, even if they did taste like cardboard.
The music in the spinning wheel is taken from The Sleeping Beauty by Tchaikovsky. In The Lilac Fairy, the ballet begins with a thundering orchestral introduction and a fanfare from the brass. Suddenly, the Lilac Fairy enters and dances a solo to a gentle tune played by the Cor Anglais. the strings take up the Lilac Fairy's tune, followed by the brass. The Rose Adagio begins with a gentle, rippling introduction from the harp. Then the strings play the main tune, a slow, stately melody. The main tune is repeated, but sounding louder and grander than before. The piece ends with crashing cymbals and a drum roll. Then two fairy tale animals, Puss in Boots and a white cat, leap to a spooky tune played by the oboe and strings. They stop jumping and slink around as the oboe and flute play a new tune. In Panorama, the strings, accompanied by the wind, play a gentle lullaby-like theme that is repeated throughout the piece. In the waltz, brass fanfares and scurrying strings introduce the final piece in the suite. Then the strings play a swirling waltz. The waltz tune is repeated with flute accompaniment. Then the brass beat out the rhythm as the waltz hurtles to an end. These are just some of the highlights from Tchaikovsky's Sleeping Beauty. You are bound to discover more every time you listen.